It's the best of February.
Stop beating around the bush. Someone keeping information from me is the sixth most dangerous thing in this world. Alright already. I'll tell you what I know. You are aware of the recent outbreak of a new breed of monster? Oh yes, thanks to the outbreak, I'm not hurting for work. 3 months ago, Holt identified Birth Valley as the origin of the outbreak, and he went to investigate. He says he discovered the remains of an ancient and advanced civilization. The investigation team brought back the monster breeding capsules, and immediately set forth on their second investigative mission. But not one of them came back. Yes, that's right, Han. And despite all this, you didn't send out a rescue team and banned entry to Birth Valley. No, I was trying to send out a rescue team, but something happened. At that moment, a man who called himself Zio appeared before my eyes.
They swore to rid the planet of the evil creatures of the underworld. How long is this? Okay, I'm not doing this accent for 5 pages.
No, you must. You've started. You gotta finish it. Suffer.
I do this for you kids. 20 years later, Elizabeth Bartley. The name conjures up images of a regal countess who, in the year 1421, was found kneeling over the body of a dead young man. 1897 back to 1421. Pick an era. He had 2 puncture marks in his neck. She was tried as a vampire and found guilty. Her sentence was too gruesome to mention in these pages. What is important is that she was indeed guilty, and not only was she a vampire, she was the niece of Count Dracula. Now in the ruins of a mysterious castle in Transylvania, an amateur witch by the name of Drolta Tsunis. What? Drolta Tsuntis.
Spell
Dabbles
that?
in arcane Tzuentes.
Okay.
Drolta Tsuntis.
SG1 for a while, the show just kind of goes episode by episode. They go to planets, they meet people, they have adventures and solve problems. Not really too much of an overarching theme for a while. They meet the Nox, who are passive people who can go invisible, but they don't interfere in the affairs of others. But they agree that they might break that if they really feel a need to. And then the next ally they make of note is the Tok'ra. Are you drawing invisible people because you can't? The Tok'ra are like the Goa'uld, only good. Is that how you're drawing the invisible people?
Yeah.
Awesome. I like it.
I wasn't going to till you're like, you can't draw invisible people, and I was like, oh, I'll show you who can't draw invisible people.
So I ask, who was it that got killed?
They kind of like look over at you as you like join in. It's like, oh, it's just one of the guards. I never met him personally, but he was apparently a good guy. Pretty young too.
Yeah, there's never a good time to go, but at least he wasn't like, 3 days from retirement.
He was 23.
So like 3 days from retirement. People don't live that long.
Oh, it's always sad when they die young, and you're just like, well, at least he wasn't right about to retire and start living it up.
It's sad when they die young. It's like, it could have been worse. He could have lived a nice full life first, and they're like. Tim's tact is absurd in my favorite way.
I like the fact that the 4 charisma isn't just, his character. It's also just Tim.
Yeah. He's role-playing it really well.
Yeah, it's great.
That's the term.
So yeah, do we know what happened?
Apparently, a guy came up behind him and knifed him. I haven't heard a whole lot about it, but rumors have it that it was a guy from the Thieves Guild.
I thought they were usually more peaceful than that.
Oh man, are you kidding? They'll do anything.
All right, guys, I have an idea.
I think I've got, and I just go back to drinking. I think I've got about enough information from this as I can get without asking questions that'll directly tie me to, the investigation.
Okay.
So then you just hang out in the bar for a while.
Yeah,
You don't want to leave right after that and
eat
look
my
like
beer,
it
drink my haggis.
Just
You
as
sure
you
it's
start
a
to get a
full
little
pour?
bit too comfortable.
There we go.
Hey there, fella. Seem to be getting real comfortable with them drinks. Saw you put down one with no effort. Let me get you another.
Yeah.
As not exactly a very tall, tabby-colored cat folk pulls up next to you. Finely dressed. Got a nice tunic going for him.
Much obliged. Who are you exactly?
Well, I'd like to get to know you a little bit better first, but I'll let you know I'm Mordock.
So, Toy Story 2 came out in '99. Inspector Gadget was good.
Inspector Gadget was memorable. I wouldn't go
Yes.
so far as to say it was good.
Sorry, you're right. Inspector Gadget is cool. The movie, not necessarily good. Mulan came out. That was good. That had a good song. Flubber.
Yes, that was the thing that came out.
101 Dalmatians. Flubber, is the first movie I saw in theaters. Oh, right, yeah, alright, we failed. Because, the best movie that came out, Disney movie that came out before the 2000, is still the best movie that came out from Disney. And that's Muppet Treasure Island. So...
Was that Disney at that point?
Well, you're right. It was Jim Henson Productions, which is now Disney, but...
Yeah, Disney didn't buy the Muppets until 2004.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're doing it this way, then obviously the best Disney movie is Empire Strikes Back.
No! No! Muppet Treasure Island beats Star Wars any days. And you know that's true. I know you might not want to believe it, but it's true.
I should search my feelings because I know it to be true.
Yeah. A saltwater crocodile from Asia and Australia can grow up to A. 5 feet, B. 20 feet, or C. 100 feet. Now, I've bound and rebound my controls like 15 times since this show has started. I'm pretty sure the answer is B. 20 feet. Because...
But you don't know which button is B.
30 meters is a little bit long, and I know crocodiles can grow a lot more than 5 feet. So, I'm gonna press what I think is B. Hey, I got it!
Yay!
And at one point, like, I asked a question, and all we got was, do. And... my friend's response to that was, did you just say yes in Furby? Which,
Do.
in the Furby language, do means yes.
Is it?
But-
Wait, why do they know that?
Well, because they're insane. No,
thought you were
most
like,
of us
you're a
are
furry,
normal
but for
and didn't have
Furbies.
Furbies. Oh, gross.
It's disgusting.
That is
Yeah,
disgusting.
it's called Robo Furry.
No.
It's not. It's actually called being a demonologist.
Yeah. So, I didn't understand that. So all I heard was, someone said something, and they said, "Did you just say blah in Furby?"
Yeah, no, that's just a good thing to ask someone when you don't know what they say.
Yeah, and now that's what I'm gonna say. Is anytime
But it only
someone says
works
something,
with things that actually.
no, it doesn't.
No,
It
works
doesn't.
fi- yeah,
It actually doesn't.
no, it works fine because no one is gonna be able to call you out on it, and if they do, then they've admitted that they know the Furby language.
Yo, listen up, cuz I got a situation to tell you about for your own edification. You probably know me and Earl, we took a side trip to a planet that collided with a spaceship. You may recall we took a straight down nose dive. Check it out. You should never let Earl drive. Planet Earth's not a place you want to stay, so me and Earl, we made his high-speed getaway. We made it home to our home destination, where we had a highly funky celebration. But then we ran into a slight complication that wasn't healthy for our fly reputation. You know the Earthlings? Well, they had caught a ride on our rocket ship, hanging on the outside. Their visitation, it was really rude. Irritation of a first-class magnitude. Well, me and Earl could take a little heat, but we were sitting in a very hot seat. You get the picture, not a pretty situation, but check it out. There's another implication. The Funkapotamus. Yo! Whoever thought of this? He decides that it's time for a vacation. He announces that it's his intention to hide out in the Funk Dimension because the Earthlings are so very crude. And by the way, he's taking him with him all the Funkitude. Get down, give it up, do your dance now. Everybody, everyone on Funkatron, to the rhythm with the hip-hop know-how. Shake it right now before the funk is gone. Do your dance now before the funk is gone.
Better you than me.
My wife is flabbergasted. I don't know if that's positive or negative, though. Gonna move on to a new micro round. You each have 30 seconds to either think up or look up the worst pickup line as judged by me. 20 points to whomever I deem worthy. There's a lot of bad options out there. There's a lot of really bad options out there. Oh. I'm really appreciating Dominic going further and further to despair looking at this.
Like, some of them aren't even like pickup lines. It's just a sentence.
Could be a bad pickup line then. I'm gonna go with Tim because he lost the last round. Tim, what is your awful pickup line?
Hey, baby, I heard you like algebra. Will you replace my ex without asking why?
That doesn't. Okay, yeah, that's pretty bad. Dom?
Want to play conductor? You be the engineer, and I'll go choo-choo. What does that mean? What is the euphemism there? Who knows?
I guess
It could be anything.
munching the box?
Yep.
But like it's spelled CHOO. So like it's
Yeah.
not that. It's just
Ooh.
hey, trains are cool. Aren't they sexy?
Yeah, that's less bad and more just incompetent.
Yeah, I mean that's why it's bad.
Yeah, it is.
Apparently, you need to know a whole bunch of abbreviations to understand what anything is.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. These are all 4-character codes for abbreviations. So SDNN, what do you think that is?
SDNN. The San Diego Nomenon.
Close. It's swordsman.